LeBron James, and this is what bothers me about your GOAT, Shannon, and your GOAT swagger. See, this is what gets on my nerves about it. And that's why you got people thinking I'm a hater when it comes to him, because I'm not. I just get irritated by certain things. For example, him talking to the reporters yesterday. Oh, you know, such an honor, and I wore 23 because of him. This the same dude. Don't let me drop some knowledge about what LeBron James has insisted upon in business.
Some debates never fade. They cross generations, divide households, and dominate every corner of the modern sports world. In basketball, no argument has endured longer or stirred more passion than the race to name the greatest player of all time. That conversation almost always comes down to two towering figures who rarely share the same stage: Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Fans battle with numbers, championships, unforgettable moments, and legends built over decades. But in the constant storm of hot takes and online outrage, clarity often disappears. Real context gets buried, and the voices of those who truly witnessed greatness up close are drowned out by endless arguing. Yet every so often, the noise quiets. And when it does, a single honest perspective has the power to cut through everything.
I've been rejected like 3 or 4 times. I was nominated and I didn't make it, and I really didn't think that I was probably going to make it, mainly because I'd never won a title as a coach. And you can't go in as a combination player-coach. It's either one or the other, so I probably thought I was dead. But I think I owe a bit of gratitude to Jerry Sloan, who made it a couple of years ago without winning a title, so that kind of opened the door for me, I think. But I really didn't feel that I would make it.
That moment of clarity doesn't come from today's loudest voices, but from the quiet weight of history. It comes from someone who remembers the sweat of old gym floors, the hushed game plans drawn in timeouts, and the fear that true greatness once inspired. This isn't a trendy opinion meant to spark clicks. It's a measured judgment shaped by decades on the sidelines. That voice belongs to Don Nelson. To younger fans, his name may not instantly ring out. He isn't a television star or an online personality, but his resume speaks louder than any platform. Don Nelson is the winningest coach in NBA history, a figure whose career stretched across 5 different eras of the league. He prepared defenses for Magic Johnson's Showtime Lakers. He studied the precision and toughness of Larry Bird's Celtics. He watched a young Michael Jordan tear apart every scheme placed in front of him. He witnessed Kobe Bryant's relentless rise and followed LeBron James from a hyped teenager in Cleveland to a global icon. Nelson didn't just observe basketball's evolution. He helped shape it, pioneering pace, space, and small ball ideas long before they became standard. So when he speaks about greatness, his words come from lived experience, not speculation. Nelson stayed silent for years, settled into a deserved retirement while the debate raged on without him. With more than 1,300 wins to his name, he had nothing left to prove and no spotlight to chase. Then, unexpectedly, he spoke, not on a television set or a viral podcast, but at a small, private gathering of basketball lifers, the kind where stories surface naturally and defenses are lowered. As the conversation drifted to today's game, to longevity, and to the remarkable sight of LeBron James still performing an elite level deep into his career, Nelson was asked for his view. What followed wasn't a rant or an old-school dismissal. It was a calm, precise breakdown. Nelson began with strong, unmistakable praise for LeBron, placing his basketball IQ among the highest the sport has ever seen. He described a mind that reads the floor like a chessboard, spotting passing lanes before they open and controlling the game with rare composure and foresight. To Nelson, LeBron is the ultimate strategist, a player who processes space, numbers, and outcomes faster than anyone else on the court. But then he drew a clear line. He separated intelligence from something else entirely: killer instinct. Nelson explained that LeBron is built to make the right play, the efficient play. When defenses collapse, he finds the open teammate and delivers the pass that logic demands. It's smart, unselfish, and often beautiful basketball. Michael Jordan, Nelson said, was built differently. In defining moments, logic didn't matter. The only play was giving Jordan the ball. He didn't shy away from pressure. He hunted it. Nelson recalled the shift in the arena, The look in Jordan's eyes that told everyone the same thing. This moment belongs to me. He pointed to moments like the 2011 finals not as failures, but as examples of process versus instinct, where LeBron trusted the play the game presented. Jordan rejected the script entirely. His decisions weren't analytical, they were primal. For Jordan, the moment wasn't something to solve. It was something to conquer. Nelson explained that Jordan wasn't reacting to the story unfolding around him. He was creating his own. To him, this wasn't a weakness or a virtue, but a fundamental difference in how two minds were wired. One was built for efficiency, finding the smartest and most reliable path to winning. The other was built for domination, overwhelming opponents through pure force of will, no matter the cost. From there, Nelson shifted to how each path to greatness took shape. He made it clear this wasn't a criticism of LeBron. In fact, he praised it as sharp, modern thinking. LeBron understood the NBA landscape perfectly. He knew championships required elite partners, so he built carefully. Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love in Cleveland, Anthony Davis in Los Angeles. It was an intentional, intelligent blueprint for sustained success. Jordan's path was entirely different. He didn't climb a mountain. He was the mountain. Scottie Pippen arrived in Chicago as a raw talent, and it was Jordan's unforgiving standards that molded him into a star. The system wasn't designed to lift Jordan. It was built around the undeniable fact of his dominance. He led role players and imperfect rosters to the top again and again, not once, but 6 times. It wasn't a super team built in advance. It was an ecosystem that grew under the shadow of one overwhelming force. And then, in that quiet room, Nelson delivered the line that would send shockwaves through the basketball world.